Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through a unboxing and time-lapse and review of another blind box from the C01 rollout collection. And this particular collection is from the Blokees Wheels Transformer side. And yeah, it's pretty much the first collection that they did, and I think there's about at least 2 more collections since. So yes, they've definitely been doing quite well on the producing of these collections. Anyway, this will be the 8th blind box. We've gone through 7 so far, so we're nearing the actual end of the collection. There are 12 blind boxes in total. And obviously we'll actually go through some of those other previous blind boxes later in the video. So getting straight into it, front of the, well, not so much the front, but one of the sides of the blind, front. Let's try that again. One of the facing sides of the blind box. This one has Optimus on it. There's another facing side that has Rodimus, and there's another facing side that has the actual breakdown of the actual vehicles within the collection and the general ratios, and then just some other miscellaneous sides as well. But I will admit there is one that does have some of the construction diagrams and some of the hidden items that could be in one of these boxes. Trying to combine words everywhere. Anyway, that is the box side of things. So I'll open up the box, we'll see what's inside, and then do the general reveal of who it is. Okay, everything out of the box, so we get this nice little packet with all the pieces required to build whoever is in here. Now, obviously the packet's not been through, so until it's been opened, we have no idea who's in there. In here is the little tech spec card and instruction manual for the actual character, but because it is specific to the character, I actually don't know who it is at this point in time. So at this point, it is still unknown, although I have a good idea who it is. So if I just do the tear on this, in fact I'll just get this out of the screen for the moment. Who is in the bag? It's flying over. Okay. Now, based on that piece, I suspect this is drag strip. And I would be correct. So, drag strip. It's about time we've actually had another Decepticon. The last Decepticon was Swindle, and that was ages ago. So, quick steps for drag strip. So what I will now do is I will just clean this up a little bit, and then we can have a bit of a build, which I guess will present itself as the time lapse. Okay, with the time lapse now done, here is the completed drag strip. Now I'm going to say right off the bat, I hope I have done this part here at the back correctly. I think that is the correct orientation now that I think about it, but who knows? Yeah. Anyway, drag strip. So drag strip from the very top, the bottom, the side, the rear, the other side, the direct front, and just a bit of a angle. Now, I will admit, I do quite like the colours for drag strip. So drag strip has this very nice, I want to say like a gold, obviously being the primary colour on the vehicle mode. You have a bit of the purple coming in for the Decepticon logo and some trimming, the black and the dark grey, and a bit of this lighter silver for the engine block. Oh, and the back wheels here. So overall, colours wise, I mean, that is very discernibly drag strip, and definitely aligned to the type of vehicle he had in G1, but this is definitely not his G1 alt mode. It's definitely been given a completely different stylization, and to admit, I dig it. I quite like it. It's a very nice take on drag strip's alt mode. Plus, being a vehicle and the fact that it doesn't need to transform or combine, you know, you've got some free reign here to do whatever you want for the vehicle mode. So that's drag strip's vehicle mode. You also obviously had the little tech spec card included there. So we've got drag strip there, the 2D black and white silhouette of his vehicle mode and everything, and then some of those tech specs there. And naturally on the back was the instructions, which actually was pretty simple to go through. I feel it's been one of the more simpler builds in terms of step count. If you can get yourself around the whole little piece back here. It's the commentary that I always make in all of these single things. Now, we'll just get rid of that. Now, what can drag strip actually do? So drag strip will have 6 working wheels. So as a result, you'll be able to basically, on a nice flat surface, move backwards and front. He won't have any types of additional gimmicks, so it doesn't have like anything moving, unfortunately. So no moving turrets, moving weapons, effect parts, etc. But he does have this open canopy, being a racing car. So going back to what was on the box, there's these secret little figures. So I'm going to imagine that secret figure will sit very happily in the driver's seat there of drag strip. So yes, definitely looking forward to getting one of those, just so I can actually do that. And there is a number of the releases within this collection that can do it. Just saying. So, that's pretty much it for drag strip. Drag strip doesn't have too much in the way of additional gimmicks. So, from here on in, it's pretty much comparison time. So, since we've been going through all the Autobots in the past, let's start with the Decepticons for a change. So, 2 of the combiners of 2 different teams, Drag Strip and Swindle, both from a G1 era, Swindle being the most true to his G1 alt mode. Drag Strip, similar type concept, but definitely a much different design there. But those are the 2 of them together. Drag Strip does have a very lengthy body profile compared to some of the others, but he does look very cool. So that was Swindle, and then I guess since we have Megatron, Drag Strip and Megatron as well. So Megatron is definitely not the G1 iteration. It's a different one. Probably Dreamwave, IDW, one of the 2. So those are the 2 together. But Drag Strip can actually give Megatron a bit of a run for his money in terms of actual length. So those are the 2 Decepticons that I currently have in the series. Now, against the Autobots, I guess starting against Rodimus, since both vehicles probably have some type of speed theme behind them. So there's Drag Strip and Rodimus together. Rodimus is definitely much smaller in length, but it probably has a little bit of a wider profile. But overall, very cool. Against Prowl, so going back to a bit of a G1 aesthetic here. So whilst they're both G1 characters, they've taken a completely different approach to the alt modes here. once again, drag strip being very much longer than Prowl. Just for the sake of G1 stuff, I mean, the rest actually pretty much all G1. Drag strip versus Hound. So even though we've seen against Swindle, Hound will be slightly different to drag strip, but there's the two together. Very interesting, difference with the colours, obviously. Drag strip in gears with his little booster flame effect attached as well. So gears is very much more of that mini-bot vibe, so you can definitely see some of the sizing variation between the two. Against a similar vehicle chassis, drag strip and Swerve. In fact, let's do you two this way because Swerve has the giant Nerf blaster attached, but just like gears, it still has that very smaller vehicle silhouette compared to drag strip. And then G1 leader, Optimus Prime, with drag strip as well. Well, almost G1. G1-esque. So that was pretty much against the vehicles of the collection. Now, we always do one little extra. Prime's trailer and drag strip. So drag strip will definitely have some length to make up for the trailer, but definitely is not the same length of the trailer as expected. Sorry about that, Megatron. Trailer, we'll come back to you. Probably on par with the two mini-bots, so drag strip and roller. Very interesting, small and different take on that. And then, actually forgot to do this with gears, although there's no reason that it wouldn't be able to work. I know drag strip's a Decepticon, Optimus is an Autobot. Can drag strip go into the trailer? The answer is yes, he can. He does look a bit funny because of his length. Okay, it can't be seen in the video, but take my word for it. Because of the length of drag strip, like, it looks like it's going up the actual trailer, but it's kind of just like the tip of drag strip is just going up, so it looks weird, but still. Question is, will the trailer work drag strip? The answer is yes. So there you go. So there is drag strip against all of the rest of what I have opened for the C01 rollout collection, and then against Optimus Prime, who was his own independent release, who I will admit, there should be another iteration of this Prime in this collection somewhere. So, be interesting to see how it goes, because we do have 4 left. It'd be kind of funny if it's the last one, but anyway. So, what did I think of drag strip? I'm really liking the colours used. Like, it's very much aligned to the colours that he's traditionally had. In fact, they've gone a more golden type look as opposed to what probably was more of a yellow, maybe? A mustard yellow. So I do like how it's got the gold look, and it's also a bit of that reflective gold look. The purple trimming is a nice addition. Obviously it goes well with the silver and the black that also comes through. So visually, drag strip looks really, really cool. And I really hope we do get the other Stunticon vehicles. Now, Motor Master is probably going to be a bit of a question mark, but Dead End, Wild Rider, Breakdown, give us those 3. I can live with that. Do I have any issues with drag strip? Not really. I mean, it's unfortunate that he doesn't have any additional gimmicks, but once again, not every single one of these has a gimmick. And then I look at them and go, well, some of them do. Some more than others, but I mean, he does technically have the open driver space for that little figure. So he does have that going for him, and I will admit not every single one of these releases has that, so there is that. Although, to be honest, I'm looking at Prime and Megatron, I'm pretty sure you are the 2 odd ones out. Do you have any criticisms about drag strip? The only one, it's not even specific to drag strip, it's the whole collection really, it's just the size of the instructions. I frequently say this, they're not terrible instructions. I mean, they are quite simple. the pieces are distinct and unique enough, so to be honest, it's not a major drama or a deal breaker, but it's just the sizing. I understand why it's this small, just because they're trying to maximize the packaging and all that, but especially with some of the smaller pieces, drag strip actually didn't have any real problems really, with the exception of that little back piece there, which I'm fairly confident is in the right position. It's just being able to just have some of those larger images and prompts just to make sure everything is going in the right alignment, because some of these pieces, as evident in the time lapse, can go both ways. You just have to figure out which one was the actual correct orientation. That's my only real critique, but that's not specific to drag. I was going to say drag strip. No, it is drag strip. I'm going to do a wee drag strip Wild Rider combo. It's not specific to drag strip. It is just generally part of the collection. But other than that, I don't really have any grievances with drag strip, other than it'd be nice if you had a bit more of a noticeable gimmick. But that's okay. I'm not expecting each of them to have a very noticeable gimmick. What he has is very cool, and visually he looks amazing. I am looking forward to when I get Mirage, since Mirage will share the same vehicle silhouette, and may only really differ by colours, so he'll be an interesting one to see when the time comes. Anyway, I think that's about it. So we've looked at drag strip, done a comparison against the rest of the collection, so I think it's safe to say that the unboxing, time lapse and review side of things is pretty much done and dusted. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Extra content is also my Instagram and the YouTube community tab. It's pretty much what I'm actively working on, which the point of this video is gone back into a very 40k centric thing. So if you're here for the 40k, there's some stuff happening. Just feel free to check both. With that being said, stay safe and take care, and I'll catch you all in a future video, whether it's another Blokees blind box unboxing within a week or something else on the channel. See ya.